Welcome to Yard Sale slash Bake Sale. In this module, we're going to talk about how to use a yard sale to make money from a bake sale. I love this idea and I'm super excited to show you. So let's jump right in. Again, my name is Steve. I'm the creator of howtomakemoniasaKid.com. So I'm glad you're with me. So why yard sale slash bake sale? So the yard sale attracts people. There are people all over the place that are avid about going to these yard sales. And in your area, they might be called something different. They might be called a rummage sale. They might be called a garage sale. Anyway, they're basically the same thing. There's people that, like my wife and my sisters, that they just dream about going to these yard sales every week. So by using that to draw people, you can sell your baked goods. And so that's why this is such a good idea for kids to make money. So here's a personal story from a kid, Talon, who was 7 years old, who did this and made $175. So he wanted to buy Legos, and they were expensive, and his mom was like, "Well, you should earn your own money. His kid is only 7, so if you think you're too young, you're not." So his mom was already planning a yard sale, and so she was like, "Well, maybe you could sell some of your stuff, at the yard sale." So he gathered up some of his old toys and he sold them. I think he sold like a Thomas the Tank Engine. He was toys he had laying around that he didn't use anymore, and he sold them at the yard sale. But also he sold cookies. The first thing you need to do is get other people on board. So set a date and time for when you're going to have a yard sale. What you need to do is just say, okay, the weekend I'm going to do it on like Saturday only. So Saturday, I'm going to do it from, you know, 8 a.m. till 1 o'clock. And then plan it 2 to 3 weeks out. So you can still do that within, 30 days, but planning it out can give your family and potentially your neighbors a chance to jump on board with you. So here's an example. Saturday, July 14th, 8 to 1. I made up that date, but anyway, that's kind of an example. So set a specific date and time. So get your family to do the yard sale with you. So the money that we're going to be making is not necessarily going to be from selling our own stuff. More so it's going to be from selling baked goods. But so if you can get your family to jump on board with you and to do the yard sale, I'm sure they have tons of stuff that they could sell, your mom or your dad, and if you have any siblings. So get them to join in with you to do a yard sale. And actually get the whole neighborhood on board. Often the most attractive yard sales to avid yard sellers is when the whole neighborhood is doing it. Now you don't have to do this, but it will definitely bring more people to your bake sale. How can you get people on board? Pass out flyers, around your neighborhood. Facebook posts, especially if there's like a neighborhood Facebook group. We're going to have a neighborhood yard sale. It's going to be a big thing. We'll all sell our stuff. And so if you can make it a big event, then that's just going to attract more people. Now, if you can't get your whole neighborhood on board, that's fine. If you can get one or two other houses, you could probably still call it a neighborhood yard sale. So if they don't want to participate, ask them if they have any stuff that you could sell at your yard sale. So that's a great way to get more stuff to actually, make more money to sell at your yard sale. Because a lot of times people don't really care about making money off this stuff. They just want to get rid of it. So if you're a way to get rid of it, they're happy to give it to you. So just keep that in mind. And the stuff, if you watch the last module on selling your stuff, any of the stuff you didn't sell on Craigslist, just put it in your yard sale and try to sell it there. Marketing 101. So the first place to do is Facebook. So basically what you can do is post every week announcing the big day, okay? And if you don't have your own Facebook account, use your parents' one of their accounts or siblings, and that would probably work good. So about 3 days before the yard sale, post like every day, just so people are aware of it. They know what's going on. They're up to date. So this is what to include in your post. Include the date, the time, and then it's a neighborhood event. So especially if you've got a couple other neighbors on board. So that way the word will kind of get out that you're doing this yard sale and people will come. If you can make it sound like a big event, more people are going to come, more people are going to want to participate in the yard sale so that you sell more cookies or whatever baked good you're selling. Have participating families and neighbors also post on Facebook. So have them also spread the word. If you've heard from anyone else that they're going to do a yard sale, say, hey, spread the word on Facebook, post a bunch about it and let people know. So that way, with more people involved, it's going to direct more people to your thing. And then also you can post on a local classified. So in the last module, Sell Your Stuff, you learned how to post on a local classified. So use those same tactics, but post your yard sale on the local classified and make it sound like a big event, because that's often where a lot of people will look. It's where my wife looks before she heads out Saturday morning to go yard selling. All right, posters. So I'm going to be very specific here so you have really good posters. So the best is a neon green or a pink poster board, because that just stands out. It's super bright. It's going to be able to be seen. So it's very important. Use big writing, big, bold, use markers, cut out, the letters in really big, bold. You got to think this is like kind of like a billboard. You basically have 7 seconds to catch people's attention. And so it's got to be big and bold. The best way to do this is lead traffic from busy streets. So find your busy streets, put up your poster out there, have an arrow pointing to your house, and so traffic can lead them off of the main streets. And then from there, have signs at every turn so that they know exactly where to go. When I was a kid, this is what I did to sell bunnies. I put out just permanent signs in the road, and people would just come to my house because they knew every turn, they knew exactly where to go because I had a sign at every turn. So what to write on the poster board? Write yard sale, the date, time, arrow, and address. Nothing else. You don't really want anything else than that. You want to keep it simple. So one thing that's important to remember, don't post on street signs. It's illegal. So just watch out for that. And make sure you take down your signs after, because you don't want to get you and your neighborhood in trouble. So make sure you go and clean up. Alright, so here's an example of a poster board. You got your neon green. It's very bright and it's perfect. Yard sale, huge, bold. That's the main thing you want to be huge, okay? And then the date and time is the next biggest thing. So Saturday, July 14th, 8 to 1, entire neighborhood. So that makes it so it's like everyone's on board. It's going to drive a lot more traffic to your garage sale and thus your bake sale. Put a nice big arrow, red, whatever color, and the address. This is just a made-up address, but anyway, this kind of gives you an idea of how you can do a good yard sale sign. Follow this when you're making your signs. Yard sale tactics. So if you are going to be selling some of your stuff, I want to give you some kind of basic tactics on how to do a good yard sale. So a yard sale, it's all about getting rid of stuff. You're not going to make as much money in a yard sale as you would selling stuff individually on Craigslist or another local classified. So people that are coming to yard sales, they're expecting to get 80 to 90% off of the new price of whatever item you're selling. So if you bought something for $100, they're looking to pay $10 for that. So you're not going to make as much money selling stuff at a yard sale, but you can still make money. Organize and display. So this is very important. When people come to a yard sale, they want to see it organized. They don't want to see big piles of stuff. No one wants to look through big piles of stuff just to hope they might find something they're interested in. They're not going to do that. So display it out on tables, organize it, make it look good. So, and also make sure everything, make it look like it's been well taken care for, because people will be more willing to pay for it. So if it's dirty, clean it up. Being organized and displayed well is going to make it look a lot better. So less is more. Don't cram tons of stuff together. Spread it out. Think of like going to the grocery store. Everything's got its perfect little spot, spread out, and it's all organized very neatly, and that's how they sell. So keep that in mind for when you're doing your yard sale. So kind of some marketing tactics. If you have a bunch of little toys, you could say, hand them like a lunch sack and say, fill the bag for $5 or whatever. It's just some different tactics you can do, but keep it simple. $1 for this item, $2 for that item. You just want to really keep it super simple for people. All right, bake sale tactics. Let's jump right into the bake sale, how you're going to make the majority of your money. Okay, so what to sell? We're going to sell cookies. Cookies, I love cookies as they're not messy, they're easy to make. You can make a lot of them from a little bit of batter, and cookies just work really well. You can cook something else, but I've had my sister once, she cooked a bunch of cinnamon rolls, and it didn't turn out too well because when people are out buying stuff, they don't want to get cinnamon roll stuff all over them. So a cookie is nice. You can have like a little napkin. People can eat it and be done, and it's more simple. So what you could do for pricing on this is sell it for 50 cents each for a cookie, unless you're making those like big, huge cookies, or like 3 for $1. Anyway, you'll have to figure out your pricing for your particular area, but that's just kind of an idea reference for you to work from. Cold drinks. Now, talking to my sisters who are avid yard sellers, they will pay money for cold drinks because they're out there, they're getting thirsty. Often they haven't eaten breakfast because they just wanted to get up and get out and garage sell. So you could sell soda, sell water, make sure it's in cans or in bottled water so they can have something to contain it in. And you could sell these for $1 or more, and people will pay for that because they've got nothing else. So no drinks in cups. Don't do like a lemonade stand. People don't want to carry a little paper cup around. They just want to have a water bottle or a soda. So I would stay away from doing anything in paper cups. Suckers. Suckers are a great thing to sell for kids. Just get a big bag of Dum-Dums or whatever and sell them for like 25 cents each. So it's a really easy way if the parents are, it's a way they can keep their kids happy. So sell suckers if you'd like. That works really well. And you could sell packages. So you could sell cookie, drink, and a sucker for however much money. You can make it up. If you're not selling at these prices, then change your price. So, and that goes both ways. If you're selling too fast and you have tons of people and you're like, oh my heck, I didn't make enough cookies, then just raise your price. Get a marker and change your price on your little thing, raise it up, and then you'll probably sell less, but you'll make more money and you won't run out of cookies. So anyway, depending on however many you're selling or not selling, that will tell you, okay, maybe I should change my price, or maybe it's just if there's not a lot of people coming, then your prices are probably okay. But if there's a lot of people coming and they're just like walking past, they're not jumping on board and buying some of your stuff, then maybe you should look at changing your pricing. All right, so collect donated baked goods. Now you don't have to do this, but it is a way that you can make a ton of money and get free baked goods. Places to call. Where can you get these free baked goods? Bakeries, cupcake shops, Einstein Bagels, Great Harvest, any place that has some kind of bakery where they bake bread, donuts, whatever. There's going to be a bunch of different places. Anyway, what you need to do is call and ask for the manager. And so basically, find the phone number for the local bakery, a local cupcake shop. Call them and say, hey, can I speak with the manager? And they'll hand you right over to the manager. And when you're speaking to the manager, say, hey, my name's Steve. I'm a local kid here. I was calling because I'm doing a bake sale tomorrow as I'm trying to save up for summer camp. I'm trying to save up for a family vacation. I'm trying to save up to buy a guitar. Tell them whatever cause, whatever you're trying to earn money for, and say, can I have day-old baked goods? Anyway, and then show up Friday night, pick them up, and sell them the next morning. So this is a great way to make a ton of money, especially if they're some kind of brand name. You can put that up and you can get more for your money because they're an actual brand name. So your bake sale stand, setting that up. So you need a table, you need chairs, you need a cooler for drinks, and a sign. So again, for your sign, you need to make this big neon green, pink poster board. Just needs to be big. I hate when I see little kids have up these little signs. It's like pencil written on cardboard. No one can see that. You have to make it so it's big and visible. So write bake sale, write the cause on there. That will always get adults. If you write, I'm trying to make my own money, I want to be an entrepreneur, I'm saving up for a guitar, whatever you want, write the cause of whatever you're trying to earn money for, because they'll basically hit people's heartstrings and they'll want to help you. They'll want to help you succeed, so they'll make it more inclined to buy your stuff. Anyway, so use this whole kid thing to your advantage, because people love that kind of stuff. People just go crazy when they hear kids are trying to earn their own money. So take advantage of that. List the items and the prices of the brand names. So let's go over an example. Again, you got your big green poster board. You can buy these at the store. Bake sale, big, bold letters. Make them huge. Saving for a guitar, that's your cause. People, if I saw this, or any adult that sees this and says, wow, these kids are doing a bake sale because he's saving for a guitar, that's so awesome. Even if I don't want something, I'm probably going to go buy something. Use that to your advantage. So list off the price of items: bottled water, soda, $1, cookies, list out whatever prices you have. And down here, Cupcake Chick, that's a cupcake place locally where I live. So put the brand name and the item and then list the price. Or if you got some Einstein bagels, list the brand name and the price. So, or you could even put a picture of their logo on your board. But anyway, use that to your advantage, because that way you can make more money, because people know, they know they paid $3 or $4 for an Einstein bagel, or a cupcake. They're going to be paying like $4 or $5 for something like that. So if you're selling those brand name cupcakes for $2, they're going to be sold really fast. All right, some more bake sale tactics. Figure out how much money you want to make and prepare accordingly. So basically, if you're like, I want to make $100, then figure out how many baked goods, how many cookies, how many bottles of water, how much suckers, how many things you need to sell to make your goal a reality. And then once you've sold, once you've earned all the money you need to, then you can just close up shop and you're good to go, because you've made as much money, or you can stick around and prepare for how much money you want to make. And then have fun with this. Have fun, if you want, get your friends involved. Just make this a fun project. And it will be super fun. So, questions. If you have any questions, email me at steve@howtomakemoneyaskid.com. I'd be happy to answer. I don't want you getting stuck along the way. I want to figure out what questions, what concerns you have, and I want to answer them. So, or you can go to Ask Steve on my website and leave a voicemail. It's really cool. From any device, you can just leave a voice message and I will get an email with your voice recording, and that way I can answer it back to you and move forward. So, and I want to hear about your success. When you do go ahead and do this, let me know how many cupcakes you sold. Let me know how it went. I want to know how much money you made. I just want to hear about your success. This does work. So I want to hear your story when you're successful. So good luck, and I will see you in the next module.